Hey everyone, welcome back, DevSpot here. So today we're going to get into some farming. We just beat the boss on the last episode. In order to do farming, we need to build out some of these planters. There's different types. So we had the farm, the bush farm, tree farm, and the cactus farm. So we're going to need some tree farms and some of the regular farms, if I remember correctly, if we want to make some of the higher level food and drinks. Those are used in the specialty areas. There are ways around that. You can use some of this other stuff that you find, or at least you were used to be able to. See, that's poison resistance. So right here, the rotten cola gives you fire resistance, minus 10 energy. So you could use that to make it through the desert for a ways. I think we could also now buy it in front of the restaurants and such. But let's go ahead and set up some farms just to go over that. So it looks like I can place these on my roof line, so we'll just place them over here for now, and we can move them later. Granted, we might need a couple more than what we currently have. Generally, the sleeping bag where it's at, it'll be fine. I don't feel like rebuilding it just yet. That's those. Let's build some of the other ones. The cactus farm. We could build a cactus farm, but we have to go get a cactus to plant there. So I'm not that worried about that. The tree farm. Let's build some of those. Well, that was the tree farm. I thought those were bigger. Let's build a regular farm then. And we need to upgrade these also. Hopefully I'm not using up too many mats. Can I get you out of here, motorcycle? Yep. There we go. But right here on the farming tab, like I said, that's also where you can build a couple of other specialty items. For the fishing place, we'll have to do some fishing, which we need to get our fishing stats for that. Haven't done that yet. It's also if you want to respec your character, if you need to do that for some reason, you'll have to get into fishing. You have to pull a high level fish in order to make that happen. Alright, so with these, let's go ahead and get our wrench out, see what we need in order to upgrade them. We're going to need to make some fertilizer to upgrade them. It's also going to take some sticks. And let's check on these other ones, make sure they're the same. So fertilizer second tab over on this bench. Again, this is why we've been gathering animals and stuff. So fertilizer is made out of manure, animal intestines, animal fat, and vines. That's why I went ahead and made 20 of those. Let's go upgrade. So if I remember correctly, these have 3 tiers of upgrades. So we're in the tier 2 here. And it has that one more. We're going to need to be able to make natural pesticide for that. We'll need rope and lumber as well. Alright, so for this one, we'll have to go to the oil refinery located over in the desert in order to get the Jack and the Beanstalk book so that we can make the natural pesticide. So we can't upgrade this any further than it already is. Then we'll have to use seeds and fertilizer to actually sow the crops in and plant them. So we have a little bit left on us. We can plant like 3 of these. Alright, so we've planted everything we currently have. So for now, we need to go start searching for either more books, or we can upgrade the base some more, go loot some buildings. We definitely need to get ready to progress farther. Like I said, I like to get maybe get at least 1 power and 1 gun up and done before day 10, just to make life a little easier. So I'll see you guys in just a minute once we move on to the next thing. So we're over here on the other side of the map now, right past the mine and the hotel. So if we zoom in a little bit here, there should be a book over here on the coast. I just got the notification from the AI, so we're going to go down here and see if we can find it. I kind of sort of remember where most of these books are supposed to be at, unless they've moved a lot. So we're going to head down this road. So far everything looks about the same. I want to say we turn here. Wait, is this another motel down here? Is this the motel I was looking for? And so this might be the motel I was looking for. I'm going to glance in here really quick while we're down here, because we're still looking for one more book that I can think of in the grasslands. I did bring my sodas too, so we can venture into the desert if we have enough space. Alright, so there is another motel right past the one we were just at. Pretty much in the same exact location. I don't remember this one being here, so we're going to take a look here and see there's a book in here as well. I did want to make a note though, the vending machine at this one happens to sell like the red cabbage and the cabbage. I don't know if we needed the garlic and the ginger, I can't remember the exact recipe. But the red cabbage, I know for a fact, is used to make like the cooling drinks and the heating drinks. Those are the specialty drinks you want that don't have negative status elements. That'll last for like a really, really long time for when you go to the desert and the cold zones. That's why we're growing farms, is so we can harvest those ourselves. So like I said, I'm going to loot this place out really quick and see if I find a book. I didn't get notified of one here, so there might not be one. Alright, so I didn't find anything in that motel, so I came down here to the fishing docks, or what I call the fishing docks. Right here is another vending machine. This one actually sells a plastic fishing rod, which gives you a plus 25 fishing bar size, which is pretty nice, because fishing can get kind of rough. You'll see that once you actually do that. It also sells clay for 5 wands, so if you're trying to make your own coils, it's a great place to buy that. You can also buy some of the fish types that you will need. And you can buy a golden koi here, which if I remember right, the golden koi is used to respec your skills, but that's 421 won. And there should be a book down here, so if anybody needs this location, I'll show you the book once I find it. It should be on these docks if it's in the same location that it used to be. We're currently located at 43.23 north, 174.55. So if I zoom out, you can kind of see where we're at. And then like I said, it should be down here in one of these homes. So let's take a look. There's also crocodiles and various animals here like stags, so if you see some stags and crocodiles, you might want to kill them to get you some skins for later upgrades. Okay, so this first house right here below the vending machine and the coordinates I just gave you, the one on the left as you walk down the docks, there's a book right here. Let's go ahead and grab that. That's Economics of Nature. And that's it's obtained at the Fishing Lodge Research for Ecologist. It's in the Eastern Grassland. From here, if I can, I'm going to try to head into the desert. I don't know where all the books are at there. I'm going to check all the locations where I know they used to be at. So I'll see you guys once we get to those locations. Again, make sure if you're going to do the same thing, that you brought with you some cola, some rotten cola. We're going to put that on our hotbar. You're going to want that for fire resistance. Alright, so the desert's right there. Once we get on that bridge, I want to say like halfway across, we'll start taking damage. That's why I stopped here, just so I could go over that really fast. We'll drink a cola before we go in. So we're going to drink one now. Just make sure if you look down in the... Yep, it's going to make you sick. Make sure if you look down the bottom left, that you keep an eye on your health bar so you can see that our hamburger's there to give us extra experience, and now there's a cola next to it. If it starts flashing, go ahead and get off the bike, because I don't think you can eat while driving, and then eat, and then you can get back on it and move around. Just keep an eye on it so you don't start taking a ton of damage. I also stopped here because there was a graduation zombie, so I killed him and took his bag. So let's go in here and see if the cola's still good enough to keep us alive. So we're in the desert right now. We just crossed the bridge from where I last started talking. Inside this little checkpoint is still a book, so it's right here on the table. Let's go ahead and take it. That's Quantum Physics for Materials. Senior Research, obtained in the desert, obtained at the checkpoint. So if anybody wants to know where that's at, let's look at the map really fast. So like I said, it's right across the bridge, right when you enter the desert from where we're currently at. It's at 4274 north, 172.57 east. There's also a vending machine right here. You can buy trophy heads for zombies if you ever want those or need them. Now in the desert, make a note too, there's all kinds of animals. There's goats, as you can see, standing over there. You have lions, vultures, ostriches, all kinds of crazy things out here. So if you ever need certain kinds of skins, like here's a good place to look. The zombies here are mostly fire. They will explode when you kill them, like this chunky looking guy right here. Now that guy with the flame tank here, he will shoot a flamethrower at you. So again, make sure you have fire resistance if you're ready to fight. We do take a ton of damage. From here, I think the next place we're headed to, I can't remember if it's a shipyard. I think that's what it's called. So it's going to be right over here on the left. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, so we're down here in the shipyard, still in the desert. There's the book right here. It's still in the same spot, so let's grab it. At least that looked like a book. I didn't see... Oh, there it goes. It finally updated. Just took a second. So the Old Man in the Sea research is vehicle engine, or vehicle engineer. There's also a bunch of bookshelves over here on the back side, including one buried in the dust. So if you're in the shipping yard, if you look over there, you'll see the shipping sign, so that should help you. You come in from this left side right here. So as soon as you come in, the first building on your right, walk in here and it's right here on the boxes. I'll give you the coordinates for anybody who's looking for this. So here's the bridge with the checkpoint where you cross in. Just come down here, and then you'll find the location at 40.90, 174.03 east. From here, I think we're gonna head towards the school. If I get any notifications from the AI about books, because it makes it a lot easier listening for them, I'll let you guys know. But so far, everything's been the same location as the last time. Alright guys, so we're here at the radar base. I'm not sure this is... Yeah, I think this is the one that it actually has us going to for the journal entry too. So we should get an update here for that as well. So if you're in the desert, just look for the giant radar station. And there's also a book here that we need to find. Last time I want to say that everything was located in the actual... under the radar itself. So here's one of the flamethrower guys I was talking about earlier, so watch out for this guy. He is an elite, but he's not, in my opinion, that strong if you have proper weapons and gear. Now, we can tear apart all these jeeps and trucks to get some ammo. There's a gun. Like, we can buy all the upgraded guns here. We can buy the crossbow, which used to be one of the best weapons in the game. You can buy a flamethrower. All the ammo you need here, too.
You've made it to the radar facility. Considering the radar probably has I suggest you do a thorough check first.
There you guys, so we're at the radar facility. We just got the update that we need to do something here. I couldn't hear over all the zombies that were attacking us. This room was full of them. So this is a pretty good place to loot. There's lots of electronics and computers in here, so you might want to go ahead and do a full loot on this building. Go ahead and finish clearing it out. I am still looking for the book that's over here. Alright, so here's the book. It's on one of the side tables. So let's go and, well, let's check our inventory. There's, like I said, there's tons of loot in the desert, so we're kind of getting full. Alright, so encyclopedia of ammunition. And there's another bookshelf right here. Let's check that. So right here in the center, there's something we could take on this table. Let's go ahead and grab that. Quest required maintenance. So maybe we need to hit this first. So let's press F for control.
As expected, the radar is busted, but don't fret. Fixing it shouldn't be too challenging. Look around. There might be some maintenance information or tools nearby. Even for such a complex machine. With a bit of time, We should be able to address the issue.
Alright, so we should be able to take this now.
Stumbled upon Corporal Bradley Turner's notes, did we? Seems he was in charge of the communications facility. The transmitter's broken, and it appears he and Dr. David made an attempt to repair it without much luck. But let's not wallow in despair. Building a new transmitter might be the solution. It mentions we'll need silicon and diodes. Let's prioritize finding the silicon first. Supposedly, there's some at a refinery. Brace yourself, it's going to be a bit of a trek.
That's what the quest says. We can find parts at the gas station next. So over at the old refinery. And it gives us the coordinates. So we'll hit that way eventually. There might even be a book over there. Kind of running low on inventory space. I was hoping to make it to the school, but we might need to go back to base and then try to come back. Okay guys, so we went back to base. We dropped everything off, freed up some of our space so we could loot some more. We're currently at the refinery. There's a book right here next to me, so you can see where we're at in the desert. Cross the bridge, come all the way down here. Our next location I think is going to be up here where the school's at, where I want to go and get one of the books. So my current coordinates, if somebody needs those, it's going to be 35.6 north, 165.41, and I'll show you on the outside what this building looks like. And we're on fire, so let's go ahead and drink another soda. And then the book's on the second floor of this house right here. We're going to take that. That's Jack and the Beanstalk, so that we can get our crops up and growing more. So you'll come in through the gate that way. Just come straight down. You'll see this house with a sign on it, the JFRP Limited. Let's eat some food, get our stats back up. Okay, according to the journal, there should be another note here or a clue, so let's go find that. I went ahead and marked that on the map because you get the coordinates in the book. Okay, so my marker is saying it's somewhere over here, so I'm going to look around and see if I can find it. Because it's supposed to be at 3571, 165.85. Based on the fact that I'm standing at that marker, I think they just mean that it's anywhere in here. So we got to look around. There's a main office that looks like over on the left over there, so maybe it's there. Because usually it's going to be in a main building, so it's a little bit easier to find. It could be in these Connex boxes. So like I said, I'll look around and find it. Now these trucks and trailers, they should give us some oil and fuel. Yeah, so you can get a bunch of crude oil out of these. And we are hurting on gas really, really bad right now. Hopefully we can make it back across before the wave. Alright guys, so right here inside this warehouse with all these trucks, there's this thing that says take on it, a little concrete mixer. So we're going to press take and see what it does.
The next component we're after is the diode. A school science lab should suffice for our needs. Fortuitously, there happens to be one nearby. Shall we proceed?
Alright, so it says to find parts at the school. That's actually where I wanted to go next anyway, so that's fine. Alright guys, so we made it over here to the school. If anybody needs to know where that's at, I'm going to give you the grid coordinates now. If you want to see the map, it's right here. Just pause for a second. So here's our refinery we just left. Let's go and get that marker off the screen. And then we are currently at 38.22 north, 166.96 east. So a long ways from home. We are running out of time. The wave will be here before long. At this school, you can also buy more books. Let's go ahead and get inside of here and see if we can find the books, or the book that we're looking for, and the clue that we need. Alright, so we're on the second floor in the library. There's a book on the first table as you walk in. Nobel Peace. And tons of bookshelves, lots of stuff in here to loot. I'm still looking for the clue. I'm assuming it's going to be up here on the third floor. It wasn't on the first. Alright, so we're up here on the third floor in the science lab. Right here on this table is a tiny, tiny little piece. You see it right here? So we'll take that.
Alright, now that we've gathered all the necessary components, it's time to assemble the transmitter. I've heard there's equipment suitable for this task at the mine. Let's make haste to the mine then. We're running out of time.
Alright, she wants us to head to the mine next. Alright, so while we're leaving the school, let's get on our bike. We're going to head straight to the mine from here. So here's the mine, guys. I'll show you on the map where I'm at. So the school was up here. This is the refinery. We came down here now. I already gave you the coordinates, so we're going to go into here. I think this is still just an aluminum mine. AI just came on and said that there should be a part in the other mine. Now, we can't get magnesium here, so because I hit one of these rocks because they look a little different. So if we have any space after we're on the way out, I'll probably grab some of the magnesium. Alright, so we made it to the bottom of the mines. It took a pretty decent amount of time to get down here. It's a lot, I don't know, twice as deep as the aluminum mine. So let's go ahead and craft our thing. Well, first we need to make some space because I'm capped out on everything right now. So we made a slot. Let's go and do the crafting. We'll press F here. And we can make a transmitter. As long as you have both of the parts, the silicone and the diode. And then it's up here at the top, transmitter.
Now that we have the transmitter, let's head to the communication room in the basement. But to access it, we'll need a card key. I've heard that Sergeant Bradley Turner went to the shipyard trying to escape from this island. If he's still at the shipyard, we might be able to use his card key to get into the communication room. Hoping he got left behind. Let's hurry to the shipyard.
Alright, so it looks like we need to head back to the shipyard. She just told us that we need to find Bradley's card key, which means there's probably going to be another boss fight. I did find another locked door when I was exploring around the radar station, so I'm assuming that's where we're going to be headed. So we're probably going to head back to base, though. I'm completely maxed out on loot right now. I literally can't carry anything else. So I'll head back across the map. Then we'll have to fight the wave. I don't think we'll have time to get back over here to go to the shipyard. So we'll go to the shipyard, then we'll head to the radar station, and then see about fighting the next boss. We might have to wait a day or two, though, or maybe another episode, just so I can get geared up and ready for the fight, because I don't know if we're going to be strong enough to take this next guy on. So we're headed back on our way back to the base. I believe there's a shortcut here. I got to find it again. I know there's one to go to the other zone where we can just drive over the mountain. But right here, my current coordinates are 37.49, 170.29. It's the second warehouse after you come through the main gate. Once you come through these doors, you can fight a bunch of zombies, and then there's a book right here. Let's grab that. That's free weight exercise. I think that's a porter book. Yeah, that's for Master Porter, so that's a good one to have so we can bring back more loot, especially since we're currently full of everything right now. And we found a ton of books since we've been here. We've killed 2 graduation zombies on top of that. Like I said, I'm going to head back to base. We might do some research if I have enough notes, and we'll proceed from there. So while we're waiting for this wave to hit, let's go ahead and do some research before we head back to the desert when the next day flips over, so we can go find that body to get to the next point. So here, let's go ahead and see if we can learn Master Porter since we found that book. It's going to give us 12 more inventory slots. It's going to help out a lot with us traveling so far. Next, let's put some points into Senior Blacksmith so we can reforge our equipment. We also need to go get some magnesium to get our bags up some more. See, Master Blacksmith's going to take another book found in the Western Grassland. Botanist, we need this so we can get our gardens up higher. Even though at this rate we don't really need to make anything. Alright, let's follow that up. Let's do Senior Acrobat. That's going to give us another dodge stamina usage, minus 12%. See, I don't care about Secret Agent. It reduces our noise. That's not going to help us in a fight. Evasion rate with Pro Boxer probably could work out pretty well. Let's go ahead and do that. Champion Boxer. Evasion rate plus another 10%. Let's take that on. And that leaves us with very little points left to put anywhere. We did find some more of the graduation books, so we could probably do some stuff here, like ranged weapon plus 5%. Let's try that. And then, let's see. And then let's do melee weapon damage, plus 15%. With that, let's go ahead and try to see if we have any points left. We're going to put those into our guard for our shield in case that comes in handy in the next boss fight. So this is giving us parry rate, parry range. Senior Riot Police, it gives us guard point regeneration. Bodyguard would give us guard defense and guard point loss. Let's do that one. And that should be all the points that we have left, guys. Back over here in the shipping guard, so I'm going to try to find that corpse, body, or guy that we're looking for that's got the next clue on him. I have no idea where he's located or where to even begin. I'm assuming maybe in the big shipping building itself. So I'm going to make my way around, and then we'll be back once I find out exactly where he's at. Well, after searching this whole place, I finally found the guy. So he's located right here. I'll show you where it's at. It's across from where we found the book. So the book was found in the building pretty much on the other side of this door. Let's go ahead and do a take on him. Radar device room access card.
Sergeant Bradley, I find myself meaning you as nothing but a corpse in the end. If he had successfully protected Dr. David and reported the vital information to our homeland, perhaps our future would have unfolded differently. But his frail spirit laid him to defeat. It seems like a fitting end for him. I would appreciate it if you took this as a lesson to avoid meeting a similar fate, aiming for a more favorable outcome. Now that we have everything we need, let's head to the communication room in the basement and fix that radar. Now that we have everything we need, let's head to the communication room in the basement and fix that radar.
So like I said, it's right across from this building where we found the book. There's the entrance that we used to get into the shipyard. So if you want the book, again, it's on the last door on this building. And then where it says offices right here on top, if you go around to the back, you can get inside of there. And that will give you access to where he's at in that larger building right there. So now we're going to prepare our gear, get ready for the next big fight. Because every time there's been an access card, there's been a brand new boss. And they've gone up significantly in difficulty and how hard they are to beat. So like I said, we'll try to get more coils put into the gear, get our gear upgraded, maybe get into something a little bit better than leather armor. Hopefully bone or iron. And we need to go mine one time too to get a bunch of ore together so we can upgrade our bags some more. So I'm going to go take care of all that, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. As always, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe button.